What is going on YouTube? Hidden Back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Obviously XRP if we have time, the S&P 500. We're also going to be looking at an exchange that we've been using the past couple of weeks to be trading on, as well as looking at the way the markets are heading. As you guys know, some very interesting things are happening within the world. We know that we have clearly the election that is taking place today. So very interesting things. You know, this is a big time in the US, and we'll see whether or not this actually acts in any sort of predicament with cryptocurrency as well as the economy, because as we know, big movements and big changes do influence the market in some way or another. Otherwise, hopefully you guys like the cool Bitcoin ticker sign that I have up right here. Currently, it is displaying what I believe is Litecoin, Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum, so that's pretty cool. So the tickers will always be in the back there, so that's pretty awesome. Otherwise, hopefully you guys like the cool designs in the back right here. I have a bag of Bitcoin, you know, hodl the bag, which is pretty cool. So the background is definitely coming together, and the apartment is definitely coming together for our YouTube videos. Otherwise, jumping right into today's episode, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as it does help support the YouTube algorithm. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you could DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. All right, guys, so yesterday's video, I created a video called XRP Ripples Moments Away from Moonblast. And it's obviously there is the slightest bit of clickbait, and I know you guys are going to kill me in the comments for that, but it is definitely true. I mean, I do believe that we are getting very close to what could be a very big rally leading towards the markets right now. There's definitely a bunch of things I do want to talk about in today's episode, so I'm going to try really hard to kind of shove it all down into about 10 to maybe 12 minutes. But the first thing is I do have an article pulled up here on CoinDesk, which talks about how Bitcoin is retreating before the US election as it dominated, cryptocurrency in October. Bitcoin was lower than 13.2, retreating after reaching its fresh 2020 high near $14,100, which is incredible if you ask me. But you can start to see that most of the cryptocurrencies have pretty much started to delve to the downside as Bitcoin was heading up higher. So I don't really have much to talk about on this. I just wanted to reference what articles are being published right now during this time. A lot of people reference articles or things that happen within the world with the prices, and I do think that they, for the most part, act fairly independently. And yes, at times, small times, do they really trickle down and act similarly. But for right now, I just want to jump right into the markets right now. So you can see XRP is definitely doing some very interesting movements, if you ask me. Currently, I have it pulled up on Bityard. So for those of you that don't know what Bityard is, it's basically the website that I like to use to leverage trade, buy long, sell short, all the cryptocurrencies. I can even sell the NASDAQ or the S&P 500. So you can actually short the stock market, which is incredible too. So you can make a fairly big bit of profit off of that. It all uses what I believe is USDC Tether to trade around with. So it's pretty incredible if you ask me. But otherwise, definitely make sure to check it out. I did link it in the description down below. So if you guys are interested, definitely, make sure to look at it. This is pretty much what I've been using to capitalize off some pretty big runs we've had in the near future within cryptocurrency, especially within XRP, as it has been quite a long time until I found an actual good website where I can buy long and sell short XRP, as well as create stop losses. And Bityard seems to be doing it pretty damn well, so I've definitely recommending this. So definitely check it out in the description down below. Now, moving on to really the core median of stuff that we need to talk about in today's episode. Mainly the patterns that I've been looking at is really Bitcoin. Bitcoin has become my main focus. It really seems like this is the resistance here at 14,000, basically right where the last point of contact was, the last really long-term resistance was back in June or end of June, maybe into the beginning of July of 2019. And you can see that's where the resistance was, and it looks like it's starting to reverse lower. It looks like we hit a high point in resistance. We were overbought, and it looks like we're starting to trend downwards. Now you can see on the MACD right here, clearly it appears like it looks like it's heading for what could be a bearish cross, which would reference the market is going to continue to to slope lower. Now, this is why I think things are interesting, because as we know, the election and everything is tied in. The S&P 500 is definitely acting very interesting as this is hitting its current neckline on what I believed was a double top. You can clearly see what I was referring to. I believe this is a clear double top. And if, long and behold, we break below resistance here, or we break below the neckline here, there's a good chance it's going to correct much lower. And the fact that the elections are happening right now even, adds on some more crazy stuff into the mix. Now, what's interesting to me is I'm really just focusing on this XRP chart as well as the other cryptocurrencies. When you look at these cryptos, Litecoin looks like it's bottomed out. It really looks like it's bound to reverse slightly. And I'm not talking about some moon blast to the upside where, overnight Litecoin goes from 52 to $250. That is a moon blast, but that's really not what I'm anticipating or expecting to happen. But I do believe that if we bounce off of support here, we might be able to start to, swing up slightly higher. Same thing applies with Ethereum. As Ethereum looks like it wants to retest its bottom support, there's a clear ascending triangle forming on this coin. So if things play out accordingly, it should bounce off here and we should start to see the prices rise ever so slightly. And the same thing applies itself with XRP, as it was just in a correction to the downside as Bitcoin was pumping higher and higher and higher since I'd say the end of October, the last week in October. XRP has done the exact opposite. The last week of October, we've been heading downwards as Bitcoin has been pumping higher. So what does that mean for us? I mean, the fact that Bitcoin is starting to pump downwards and correct downwards, we're starting to see some sort of uncertainty within XRP here. And the fact is, it could be slightly tweaked. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this coin could line up to exactly. I've been messing around with the potential that maybe it's something like this. I mean, someone could really say that this is what we're looking at right now. I mean, this is the smallest tweak. I mean, the smallest tweak to the prices, but it could be true. Regardless, this shows extreme uncertainty in the price. The fact that we're seeing massive wicking on both ends of the candle show that the bulls and the bears are really pumping in today's market and are really trying to decide which direction are we going to be going to. Now, if things do hold and we can close once again above support here, which I do believe that this might be the long-term uptrend, and we can close above support right here, there's a chance we could start to, head up slightly higher. The markets are definitely crazy though. I can't really say that anyone in the crypto space right now knows exactly where the markets are headed to. When we saw that we were hitting resistance here, we knew we were going to correct lower. We capitalized off of that market. We made actually like $300 or $400. Hopefully you guys took advantage of that. But I made $300 or $400 just off this small dip here. And this was merely just a couple of days ago. So literally it's 29, 4 or 5 days ago, I made $400 just trading this in about 2 or 3 hours. So it was really just a small dip that we capitalized off the movement. And it's extremely easy to do as well. Otherwise, really just trying to wrap up today's video, guys. Trying to hone in on the market. We see obviously things are going to be crazy right now. We really have to wait, I think, till after the elections. But Bitcoin looks like it's heading lower. Without a doubt, I do believe that it might be time we could maybe make a small profit off of shorting Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops lower. We could short this, capitalize off the run to the downside. But as for the other cryptocurrencies, mainly focusing on XRP, it looks like we're coming to a standstill. Once again, if we close below resistance or we close below support, we're going to probably reverse downwards. Vice versa, we close above resistance or above support, we should be able to head slightly higher. It's just all getting entangled with Bitcoin because Bitcoin's been acting so inversely the past couple of days, if not the past week or so. The fact that every time Bitcoin is heading higher, the markets drop lower and vice versa. So it's definitely something to pay close attention to. I mean, as of right now, with a quick refresh of the current coin market cap, you can see Bitcoin is the only one that was pumping over the past 7 days. All the other cryptocurrencies have dropped significantly. Everything has dropped, double digits, down 10, 15%. Bitcoin is the only one that's been staying up. And that's what's fairly interesting. So definitely, check this out. Make sure, leave the comment down below, DM me or send me your charts on cryptocurrency, on Bitcoin or XRP to my email at cryptotvofficial@gmail.com. I link that in the description down below. But I'm genuinely interested in what you guys have to say and what you guys, have found in the charts. So definitely make sure to share that with me down below. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.